My identical twin sister and I have always felt each other's pain. When she got hurt, I felt it. Last month, I started feeling pain that wasn't mine, but she says she's fine. So I showed up at her house unannounced. The first time, I felt a sharp pain in my wrist, like a cut, deep and sudden. I called my sister immediately. Jolie, are you okay? I'm fine. Why? My wrist. It just started burning out of nowhere. Silence. Must have been something you did and forgot about, but I checked. No marks on me. Nothing that would explain it. Are you sure you're okay? I'm fine. Stop worrying. She hung up before I could ask anything else. Week 2. Pain in my ribs. Like being kicked. I doubled over at my desk. Couldn't breathe for 30 seconds. I called her. No answer. Texted. No response for 6 hours. Finally. Sorry. Was busy. I'm fine. Just clumsy lately. Bumped into a door. Bumped into a door. Hard enough for me to feel it from 3 states away. I asked if I could visit. Not a good time. Arvin and I are really busy with the house renovation. Arvin. Her husband of 2 years. The one who swept her off her feet. The one who convinced her to move across the country. Away from our parents. Away from me. The one I'd never liked but could never explain why. Week 6. I woke up at 3 a.m. with pain around my throat. Couldn't breathe. Felt like hands were squeezing. I called her 17 times. No answer. Her husband picked up on the 18th. She's sleeping. Stop calling. I need to talk to her. Something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. She's tired. She'll call you tomorrow. He hung up. She didn't call tomorrow, or the next day, or the next. When she finally texted, it was 3 words. I'm okay. Busy. I called our mom, asked if she'd heard from Jolie. She called last week, said everything was wonderful. Why? I didn't know how to explain that I'd been feeling my sister's pain for 6 weeks, that the pain was getting worse, that she was lying about being fine. No reason. Just miss her. Week 8. The worst one. I was making breakfast when it hit. Pain in my abdomen. Lower. Deeper. Like something being ripped out of me. I collapsed on the kitchen floor. Couldn't move for 10 minutes. When it finally stopped, I knew. Something was very, very wrong. I didn't call. Didn't text. Just got in my car and drove 9 hours straight. I showed up at her house at 11 p.m. Knocked on the door. Arvin answered. His face went cold when he saw me. She's not feeling well. You should have called first. I did call. 17 times. You hung up on me. She needs rest. Then I'll be quiet. I pushed past him. He grabbed my arm. Squeezed hard. I felt it twice. Once on my arm. Once somewhere deeper. Let go of me. He did. Slowly. Smiled like nothing happened. She's upstairs. Don't stay long. I found Jolie in bed. Lights off. Facing the wall. Jolie? She turned. Even in the dark, I could see it. The bruise on her cheek. The split lip. The way she held her stomach like it hurt to breathe. You shouldn't be here. Show me. There's nothing to show. Jolie. I felt everything. For 8 weeks. The wrist. The ribs. The throat. My voice cracked. The stomach. What happened to your stomach? She started crying. I was pregnant. He found out I was talking to a divorce lawyer. He kicked me until I wasn't anymore. I couldn't breathe. I lost her 3 days ago. I was going to name her after Mom. I held my sister while she sobbed. Felt her pain in my chest. In my stomach. In every place he'd ever touched her. We're leaving. Right now. I can't. He'll find me. He said if I ever tried to leave, I don't care what he said. I helped her pack a bag. Carried her down the stairs. Arvin was waiting by the door. Where do you think you're going? Away from you. She's my wife. She's not going anywhere. I pulled out my phone. Showed him the screen. I've been recording since I walked in. I have everything. The bruises. Her confession. The baby you killed. I stepped closer. Touch either of us and this goes to the police, your job, and every person you've ever met. He didn't move. We walked out the front door. The divorce took 8 months. The criminal trial took 14. He got 6 years for assault and unlawful termination of a pregnancy. But last week, I felt a flutter in my stomach that wasn't mine. I called her. Jolie, is there something you want to tell me? I was going to wait until Sunday. But yeah, I'm 8 weeks. Doctor says she's healthy.